Oh, hi. Hi. Hey, AMAC. Hey, girl. Hey. Thanks for renewing for 9 months. I appreciate it, baby. I am Grandma Sherry. This is the Burrow, the warm, safe place. Tonight, we're going to talk about Facebook jail being real and proof of it, and other stuff like school shootings and Dog the Bounty Hunter. So hang on. I'll be right back. Hey, Georgia Pear. Ah, baby. You and I need to talk about Alaska. I'll be right back. Maybe not. I don't know what I'm doing. Doobie doo. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm back much sooner than I thought. I don't think I have an intro for this. Green! Hi, baby. Hi. How is everybody? How is everyone? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just wanted to talk to you about some stuff tonight. Turned to frog. Hi, baby. So is everybody doing good? This is what, Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Yes. Hump day. Hump day, yeah. And I should just go silent because evidently that's a growing fad here on the YouTubes. But I've been okay. So I was planning on moving back to Virginia, and it seemed like everything was going great until it wasn't. So I'm staying in Texas for the time being, praying about it, and I think everybody's probably over, and nobody you know. Hi, how are you, sweetheart? Um, anyway, so I had transferred my auto policy insurance over to Virginia, and I've been trying to cancel that since the plans fell through. And doggone it if I can't do it. And so I've been calling and I wait forever. I can't get through the interactive voice recognition system. I see the phone number you're calling from is on the East Coast. Is that correct? Press 1 for yes or 2 for no. So I press 2. And it says, I'm sorry, I didn't get a response. I see that you're calling from the East Coast by your phone number. Press 1 for yes or 2 for no. 2, nothing. And so then I hold and I hold and I hold and I hold. And I finally get Mike. Mike, I'm doing air quotes, Mike. English is Mike's second language. Used to go by the Internet FBI. Oh, hi. I like that. Um, but anyway, so I talked to Mike, right? And I verify my stuff, and then all of a sudden he can't hear me. You're fading in and out. You're fading in and out. So I move all over the house. I'm standing right next to the router. I turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone, and I just go on my all bars, all wonderful. You know what? I think it was the end of Mike's shift, and he didn't want to talk to me. So he just kept saying, I can't hear you. Are you there? Hello? Miss Sherry, are you there? I can't hear you. I'm going to have to disconnect the call. So I'm like, you know what? Forget about it. I'm going down to an Allstate agent's office. Oh, so I'm a little frustrated, but I did want to come on more often, and I wanted to share some stuff with you. Anybody hear about the Mark Zuckerberg thing? Mike couldn't answer my call because he was busy calling me 79 times. Ooh, about your extended car warranty. I have my phone turned off all the time between spam calls and bill collectors. I'm like, nah. If it's somebody I know, they'll come up as a name. And if it's not, then they can leave a voicemail. That's my opinion of it. Anyway, anybody heard about Zuckerberg and what he said that the government made Facebook do. And we put a one in the chat if you have. Anybody been in Facebook jail because you posted something and Facebook didn't like it? So you went in Facebook jail for a while. Put a two in the chat. You ever been in Facebook jail? I haven't. But anyway, I am going to read this to you though, because I thought this was interesting. Because everybody says, "Oh, they're censoring things that go through and blah blah blah." So I found this on Politico. Politico. Let me go big, big. There. Okay, so everybody knows that Facebook and Instagram are now in a company called Meta, right? So Zuckerberg says he regrets caving to the White House pressure on content. Meta CEO tells the House Judiciary Committee that he wishes he had been more outspoken against Biden administration efforts during the pandemic. Look at him. Oh, he looks worried. He's so worried. He's so repentant. Mark Zuckerberg expressed regret for essentially hiding content related to coverage by the New York Post about Hunter Biden ahead of the 2020 elections. Now, this is not going to get political, okay? This is just showing you that places like these social media guys, like the Facebook and the X, well, the Twitter was worse about it. X is a little more lenient. And we're going to go into something about Telegram. Pavel Durov, who was just arrested. But let's get through this first. So Mark Zuckerberg says that he regrets that Meta bowed to Biden administration pressure to censor content, saying in a letter that interference was wrong and he plans to push back if it happens again. Did I lose people? I do. You still here? Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. Anyway, Meta CEO aired his grievances in a letter Monday to the House Judiciary Committee in response to its investigation into content moderation on online platforms. A couple live streams ago, I actually talked to you about a bill that the House of Representatives and the Senate, well, the House of Representatives passed it. The Senate was looking at it. But basically, it was laws that were going to cause places like Facebook and YouTube and whatnot to be a little stricter with their algorithm in what we can see. Oh, okay. You can hear you? Yay. Alrighty. So, the House Judiciary Committee, in response to its investigation into content moderation on online platforms, Zuckerberg detailed how senior administration officials leaned on the company to censor certain posts about C-19, including humor and satire, and expressed a lot of frustration when the social media platform resisted. I believe the government pressure was wrong, and I regret that we were not more outspoken about it, Zuckerberg wrote. I feel strongly that we should not compromise our content standards due to pressure from any administration in either direction, and we're ready to push back if something like this happens again. Zuckerberg also expressed regret for Meta's downplaying of content related to coverage by the New York Post about Hunter Biden ahead of the 2020 election that the FBI warned may have been rooted in a Russian disinformation operation. And here's senators skewering Zuckerberg over the child safety. And that's what I talked about before on my other live. Child safety is what they're looking at. Since it's been made clear that the reporting was not Russian disinformation, and in retrospect, We shouldn't have demoted the story. And that's what they call it. They demote the story, not censorship, they demote it. So if it's something like that, they'll take it off or they'll bury it so far down that nobody can see it, or they send you to Facebook jail. Republicans on the committee, led by Ohio Rep. Jim Jordan, celebrated the letter in a long series of posts on X, calling it a big win for free speech. Free speech is, hi, Queen Bella. Hey, Pookie. Hi. Ah, the White House issued a statement defending the administration's approach to the C-19 information. When confronted with a deadly pandemic, this administration encouraged responsible actions to protect public health and safety, the statement said. Our position has been clear and consistent. We believe tech companies and other private actors should take into account the effects of their actions have on the American people while making independent choices about the information they present. Okay, if they can't present the information to us, both sides of anything, how are we supposed to make independent choices? Yeah, hi, baby. The letter is the latest installment in a multi year Washington argument about the role of social media companies in suppressing content friendly to conservatives. This is not political. I'm just showing you this stuff does happen. Once Elon Musk bought Twitter, now X, in late 2022, turning the platform into a haven for, quote, free speech, and reinstating numerous banned conservative posters, Zuckerberg became a particular target of Jordan. Remember, Jordan is the Ohio Representative Jim. Like many on the right, Jordan argued that Biden administration unduly pressured social media platforms to take down content on topics from C-19 to Hunter Biden's laptop. Jordan demanded extensive internal communication records from Meta, that's the Facebook company, and threatened a contempt of Congress hearing for the tech mogul before de-escalating at the last minute, saying Meta had provided the documents he requested. Zuckerberg also said he would not repeat contributions he made in the last presidential election cycle to fund election infrastructure. He was given money. He was given money. Saying that although they were intended to be nonpartisan, some people still interpreted the effort as benefiting one party or the other. Okay, make that make sense. When you give a donation towards a political election cycle, it, there's not like a general fund that, oh, we're not Republican, we're not independent, we're not Democrat. There's just this nice neutral pool of money that's out there for it. Okay, this is ridiculous. They were intended to be nonpartisan. So if I'm going to write a check to Queen Bella for Queen Bella running for president, how is that nonpartisan? Answer me that. Riddle me that, Batman. My goal is to be neutral and not play a role one way or another, or to even appear to be playing a role. So I don't plan on making similar contributions to this cycle. Well, good for you, Marky Mark. Good for you, Marky Mark. There I am. Hi, I'm back. Squirrel. Okay. So here's the thing. And you guys, like I said, you got to go back and look at my video. Uh, it's called Internet Safety in the Government, which honestly I should probably like rename that or something because it does absolutely jack, to be honest with you. And this might even be one of the ones that has, see right here, internet safety in the government. Is it enough and will it help? Actually, burden of proof was on panel with me for this one. Oxymoron. Yep. Um, there's me. But here's the thing. So Governor Newsom in California did a thing, and then the Senate did a thing, and we talked about the sex offender registry and whatnot. So please go have a look at that. Anywho, the point being is that we sit here and we wring our hands and we clutch our pearls because, people like Bullhorn Betty are out there or other tragedy pimps that are exploiting children. And, YouTube does nothing about it. Or there are creators that have been banned from YouTube that are back anyway, sometimes 20 some odd times. Natasha Cooper, I'm looking at you, and it still happens. So our government is finally catching up. It's only been about 30 years that we've had social media and different ways to contact each other. And our government is just now catching up, saying, oh, hey, maybe we should do something about this. People getting hurt. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of getting together some information about court stuff. Go over some of the differences between criminal and civil court. Not a law nerd, but I do like law, and I'm a nerd. So maybe I'm a law nerd. I don't know. Anyway, but going through, some of the language that we hear in transcripts and in restraining orders, and then I'm also digging into different internet crimes like cyberbullying and defamation. So I'm hoping you guys like that. And please remember to hit the like, put grandma in the algorithm, and subscribe if you're not. And people on replay, just as important to hit the like, leave a comment afterwards. But anywho, um, anybody know what Telegram is? Kind of a social media site, Telegram. Um, Telegram is to Facebook or X, kind of like Rumble is to YouTube. So Telegram is where all the people go that make things that are maybe a little controversial. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. The CEO of Telegram was arrested. Let me go back out here again. Do this. Ah, no. It's probably not going to let me read this one. But Pavel Durov may have been detained for the company's alleged illegal conduct, but his predicament is also a signal of government concern about digital networks' outsized power. So governments are just now realizing, hey, you know what? A lot of these things that are happening on social media are probably scary. It's not like people meet down, at the town hall or in the church parking lot anymore. People get together and plan stuff over the internet. So on August 24th, Pavlov Durov, the billionaire Russian founder of Telegram, a messaging app and a social network, was detained after his private plane landed outside of Paris from Baku, Azerbaijan. At first, the action was greeted with shock. The CEO of the major tech company, with nearly a billion users, that's a B, guys, see, it's a B, billion users, appeared to have been punished for the misdeeds of his platform. If not unlike if Mark Zuckerberg were arrested for the misinformation published on Facebook. Elon Musk quickly posted in support of Durov on X, framing the arrest as a violation of the principles of free speech. In 2022, after his acquisition of Twitter, Musk fired much of the company's content moderation staff. But when the charges against Durov were made public last Wednesday, the 6 items on the list appeared to be deeply consequential, including accusations of complicity in rug trafficking and the dissemination of CSAM. In addition to unlawfully providing cryptology services, Durov's lawyer has called the allegation against his clients absurd. Okay, so I'll drop this in here in case you guys want to read that, go on and on. But here's the thing. What I have found is that Telegram is not just the place to go if you have like wacky ideas out there. Hey, Rocket, a billion possible criminals. Exactly. Oh, I'll talk soft, okay? Okay, Rocket. So this will be like a bedtime story. But anyway, so what I found out, because I was digging into this today, and I found out that on this Telegram, in some countries, they have something called nth rooms, NTH, nth rooms, and they have specifically been targeting schools, elementary, middle schools, high schools, and colleges, where they have like a room. If you've ever been in a Discord or like on Facebook, a Facebook group or subreddit, if you want to find out something about, I don't know, Chris Watts or Am I the Asshole, you go to a subreddit. They have these rooms on Telegram for these schools. But the thing is that if you go in these rooms, you're required to submit, and hold on, this is going to kind of shock you, but you're required to submit photos of people that you know, family or friends that attend these schools to be entered into the room. Not just 10 photos of this family or friend, okay? They also want the person's name, they want their date of birth, their phone number, their actual address, all of that kind of thing, because there are people in these nth rooms that are making deep fake sexual videos of these people. And now they're using, yeah, happening. Um, and these videos are being used as blackmail, extortion. Nope. Oh, no, not happening. It is happening. And that's the thing that, as we're happily being nice here over on the YouTubes or in our Facebook group, with the people from work or the people from church, or sometimes, we go into the nastiness in the Facebook groups, the where they fight. Yes, people do that. They're making deep fake videos with AI. They are asking for 10 photographs because the more images they have, the more accurate the videos are. So when Pavel Durov is arrested for these things, France got into it and said, "Oh no, mm-mm, no, 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 you can't do that. You can't have that." Okay, and here's the thing: he's just a masthead. He's just a face. Um, there, I'm sure he has somewhere under him on Telegram. He has content people. He should have some sort of algorithm in place that nails things. You know, like we can't say certain words in the YouTube video, or Mr. AI says, And I've had several of my videos demonetized and actually hidden because of just something. And you know me, like I'm just really deep state controversial here. You know, I do my tinfoil hats, but the thing is that evidently Telegram has these people under there, but in order to make a statement that these things have to stop, they arrested Pavel. Same kind of thing is why Mark Zuckerberg has to show up in front of Congress because he is the CEO. He's the one who says what goes on in the house. So just wanted to let you know that's happening out there. And then we had, excuse me, um, the high school shooting in Georgia today. And I was with Headstones and Headlines when she was covering it early. And I really like her coverage because she's a teacher. Do I have any mods in here? Mods? Anyone? Anyone? I'll find it. I will find it. I wanted to drop her link. EFGH. Here. Any Headstones and Headlines did a real deep coverage of this. But now I've heard some people say, well, duh, it's 2 months before an election. Of course, we're going to have school shootings. We've had evidently 1.5 violent school events / shootings this year. 1.5 per day this year is what I heard on one of the news things. Oh, you just emailed her to let her know about the second presser. Is there one after the one at 4 o'clock, Pookie? That was 4 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, she takes the cases to heart because she's a teacher. These things are like real life for her. She deals with these people, you know, um, the kiddos that do these kind of things. And so here's the thing. And I was watching Rabbit. She covered a bit of it as well. And excuse me. So the perpetrator is a 14-year-old student. They're pretty sure that he attended school there. But as of 50 minutes ago, there are 4 people that have died. Oh, Agenda Free just said it live? Okay. Um, and, so I watched, like I said, I watched Emmy and I watched Rabbit and then I watched some other things on the coverage of this. And then I watched, um, I haven't heard if Trump has said anything, but I do know Kamala Harris came out and did this is awful. This needs to stop. We should be doing, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Twist. Hi, Yanni. Um, I call them tots in pairs because tots and pears. Put it in. Gosh, hang on just a second. I had to cough. Tots and pears. Thoughts and prayers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, Mindville girl. Minville girl. Hi, gal. How are you? Um, anyway, no, I mean, I understand that it is the politically correct and human way to respond to tragedies like this. But you know what? I'm getting kind of tired of tots and pears. I want to see something happen because, like I said, we can wring our hands and we can clutch our pearls every time something like this happens, but something has to be done. Something has to be done. And you know where it starts? Right now. Did you hear the FBI investigates this? No, I didn't. No, no, no. I stopped watching after about 6 o'clock Texas time, and then I ate dinner. Election year vomit. Oh, hi Josh B. You're a sub to AMAC too. Did you see her no pants video for Bullhorn Betty? To die for what? It's on my community tab. Mm-hmm. No, AMAC, I did not. Anybody want to come up and talk with me? Because I'm happy to rant by myself. Give me just a second. I want to put this on subscribers only. Um, because I'm a teeny bit paranoid about stuff like that. I was gonna drop a link. Bear with me just a second. This was kind of a last minute thing. Subscribers. I'm gonna make it 10 minutes, y'all. Okay, we should be good. Yes, okay. Cool beans. Yeah. Somebody come talk with me. Talk with me. Anyway, so I honestly believe that it has to start with us, with me, with my circle of people and my circle of influence and all that kind of thing. Yes, I loved it. If it wasn't a brand new thing, I'd play it, but no. And Spudler has a new one too. That was fabulous. I love me some Spudler. Anyway, so I've heard people talking about we need to take all the guns away. Nobody should have guns except the military. And I see that point of view, but our Constitution, okay, was made before we had an army or a navy or a Marines or an Air Force. So basically, everyday Joe was the militia, okay? And everyday Joe, oh, you're kind of high right now. That's okay, Green. That's fine. But everyday Joe was the defense for the nation. You know, we didn't have the draft where you have to serve in the military because technically it wasn't a military. So they wrote our Constitution saying that, if for some reason our government turned into wicked King George, that the people in the United States, the colonies, whatever, the United States at the time would need to be armed in order to protect themselves and to defend what we had. You were at dinner? Oh, no, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Anybody wants to come up? I should probably try to pin that. If I was like a really good creator, let me see if I can do this. No. Oh, there. Ding. Okay, there. It's pinned at the top. Anybody wants to join? I can't guarantee that I'll let you up because like I said, I'm a little paranoid. But the point being that, taking guns away from literally everybody is not going to fly here. It happened in Britain, and they have knife accidents, mass knife casualties, not quite as frequently and as traumatic as what we have here with our guns. But the point is that I don't think taking away all the guns from everybody is a great idea. And I also don't believe that everybody just running around, with their concealed carry or their not concealed carry or the whatever, um, Parkland shooting. What was his name? Rittenhouse? Am I right? No. Who am I thinking of? His parents were charged. Parents charged in the school shooting. Ethan Crumbly. God, thank you. You can tell him that. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Ethan Crumbly's parents were charged for the fact that, he was a little wackadoo and he was able to get a hold of their guns. And of course, every parent on the planet swears knew we had them locked up. He didn't have access to that. There. Okay. Um, you know, I I don't know. He's totally taught gun safety and all that, but I don't think it's working, yo. I think so too, Sunday. He was begging his parents for help, literally. Please hit the like for our beautiful den mama and grandma. Thank you. Yep. You my girl. You's my girl. I'm going to mod you, by the way. Boom. Okay. Does that work? Anyway, yeah, so what do you guys think? I mean, we have to get past the wringing of our hands, the clutching of the pearls and the tots and the pears. We have to come to some sort of, I don't know, some sort of agreement about what's going to work, keep our kids safe. And teachers, yes. The thing is that just about everybody, I know a few people that seem to be happy and they're doing great, but on the whole, just living, just living our lives is getting hard. And everybody has some sort of, whether it's not a mental illness per se, it's not like there's something in the DSM, but so many people are struggling. School night. It's cool. You think mental health took a back seat for our kids, even adults? Well, okay, here's the thing. Ronald Reagan. I'm blaming Reagan, okay? Ronald Reagan closed down our asylums. You always hear, "Oh, the people were tortured and it was a horrible life in the insane asylum, in a mental health facility." Reagan closed them all down. And so basically all of those people that needed treatment, that needed care, who weren't being cared for because there weren't enough people to do it, they all were released out onto the streets, into the homelessness, into the drug addictions, and all that other stuff. So if you ever watch, like I do, the ghost hunting thing, the paranormal stuff, when they go to an asylum, typically you're going to hear that it was closed sometime between 1980 and 1991, because that's when all of the mental health facilities, the places that were dedicated to that, to improving our mental health, is they were closed. And now, if you need an involuntary commitment for mental health care, there's either not enough beds in the hospital facility, and here in Texas, they can actually put you in a segregated jail cell until there's a place for you to be. So what the heck? We got to do better. We got to do better. And I don't want to be here forever because I could run on and on about my thoughts on politicians. You know, I think they need to wear NASCAR jumpsuits with their sponsor stickers on the front. Each politician is being paid and supported and endorsed by something, by a corporation, by a big pharma, by some sort of financial institution. They're all out there. Tobacco, whatever the thing is. They all need to wear sponsor stickers because it's just it's gotten too far. It's gotten too far. And to be honest with you, the only thing I can see that's going to help us is literal prayers, not tots and pears, not the empty thing of, oh, we're going to, we're going to pray for your community and for the healing and protection and all that. No, to actually get down on our knees, submit to the higher power, which in my case, I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ as the Son of God, born, died, rose again, all of that. I believe that. And I think that, well, the Bible says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and turn from their wicked ways, that the Lord would heal our nation. Parents have been giving a free pass for too long, but where can they go if they tried to help their child? This starts at home. It does. And there's something, I don't know if it was Rabbit or Emmy, because right now in my mind, their coverage is just, you know, forefront in my head. But one of them said that the kids don't know how to use their words anymore. And I just about guarantee that the little guy that did the shooting today, we're going to hear about bullying and we're going to hear about mental illness. Like Amax said earlier, the FBI was investigating and we're going, and I don't know. Yeah, taking y'all to church. Um, and I don't, he could be a Manchurian candidate kind of kid, somebody who was programmed by the government and just unleashed before the election. I don't know, tinfoil hat. But what I'm saying is that the world has lost so much love. We don't care about other people. We exploit true crime victims or missing children for money. We bring in Dog the Bounty Hunter to come in to help, with Sebastian Rogers' case. Like, that's going to help. Did Dog find Brian Laundrie? No. What is that supposed to do? I'm just, CPS is underfunded. Just seems like our kids are the last in our yes, they are. And you know what's first on our government's list? War, war, rumors of war. That's the money maker. That's the money maker right there. How many billions, literally with a B, billions of dollars have we sent over to every other country on the planet for their war efforts? Foreign war. Exactly. Foreign wars. We don't want it here. But look what's happening in Colorado right now and in Dallas and in Chicago. Did you know that those are being invaded by the Venezuelan gangs too? Let that sink in. Look it up. Same thing happened. And it's happening in the low income areas with the ghettos. Oh, love you. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Um, you know, so the only thing we have left is us, our little pond. Like Dietz says, it's like pebbles in a pond, and there's that ripple effect. So, if you want to grab a bullhorn and protest signs and run out to your local legislature or contact your senators and all of that stuff, yay, let me know. Hey, Josh B. Oh, I said hi before, sorry. But anyway, if there's wonderful movements and whatnot that are going on, then let me know. I'll be happy to promote that. But the only thing we do have control over is ourselves and those in our immediate surroundings and those in our immediate community. And if we really get serious about having a better world, it needs to start with us. We need to be human better. We need to be kinder. And here's Queen Bella's emoji. It says kindness is free. We have marches for everything but our kids, exactly. Josh B. Yeah, legislatures, lawmakers, and Congress can change laws. You can't legislate morality. I have said that since I was 18 years old and cast my first presidential ballot in 1980. You can't legislate morality, no matter how hard they try. And I'm gonna mess up which of the founding fathers. I think it was John Adams said that the United States Constitution was written for a moral society. Would you draft up a blanket letter? Who, me? I don't know what to target first, baby. Twist and jump. Shake your body down to the ground. Okay, sorry. Um, yeah, arrested development. Is this the new norm? Kids killing kids? Maybe, maybe. What do you target first? I mean, right now we're thinking about gun control. We're thinking about mental health. We're thinking about how our children are falling through the cracks because mom and dad, as far back as the VHS tape, I've known parents who let electronics raise their children, babysit the children. And then we put DVD players inside the minivan to keep the gremlins quiet. So now, you know, every little guy has their own some sort of electronic device. They have the tablet, they have a phone, they have things you can mount the phone on the back of your seat so the kid in the back seat can watch something. How about talking to them? How about no electronic time? I happen to know right now, if I sat down to dinner with the people that I live with, two of them are going to be on a phone and a tablet, either playing a game or scrolling through TikTok. And then when you say something, they sort of kind of hear it. And if it's even halfway interesting, they might say, "What?" And then you get to repeat what you just asked or what you just said. There's no conversation anymore. We got to stop. How about letting them learn how to entertain themselves? I think we were kind of talking about that earlier, right? We were talking about board games. We were talking about old school video games like Donkey Kong. We were talking about pogo sticks. We were talking about jacks and, hopscotch. People forgot people. A smile can change a lot. It can. And that's our whole thing here, right? Lincoln Logs or Jenga. Every time I think of Jenga, I think of the movie Talladega Nights and Ricky Bobby. But anyway, no, not yard darts. Those are dangerous. Those probably killed people. But you know, let's start small. It doesn't have to be huge, just baby steps. When you wake up in the morning, give yourself a couple minutes to just breathe, stretch, rub your hands together to get some nerve endings firing, smile, and then when you go out, the first person that you see or that you talk to, smile at them. Give somebody a compliment. I compliment people, absolute strangers. And it doesn't matter if it's somebody I have never seen before in my life. If something strikes me about them that I like the color scheme that they're wearing, or their makeup's great, or their hair's great, or the guy's looking real dapper or whatever, I'm going to tell them, you look great today. That's a really good color on you. Imagine creative. Give them a chance to think for themselves, and that's what it all boils down to. Twist is that people don't think anymore. I'm not even talking about deep philosophical, critical thinking things. I'm talking about just hide and seek, kick the can. Okay, ding dong ditch would probably get you on a ring camera, and then somebody's going to call the police. But yeah, simple hello, have a great day could change one's day. Exactly. No Sunday yard dart. Oh my goodness. We use your yard darts for archery. Oh, you guys were serious. Oh my gosh. Yes, be kind to yourself too. Exactly. And it feels nice when someone says, "Oh, I love your dress. Where did you get that?" I love Green too. He's crazy. Yeah, I love giving compliments. I'm a little sicky to get them. When someone compliments me, I'm like, "Oh, shucks," and I'm gonna try to, fluff it off like, "No." But I love giving compliments, and I love making people smile. And to be honest with you, I've made people cry because they didn't hear anything nice. I've had people hug me. Of course, they ask to hug me because, I'm like, you got to warn me. Oh, camping in the backyard. You know what? What about blanket forts inside the house? Even those are fun. Playing ding dong ditch and getting caught back then was a life learning lesson. It is, but now if you got caught doing ding dong ditch 'em, you know, or I don't know, my friends and I used to just randomly call people and do those stupid prank calls. Is your refrigerator running? You better go catch it. Crap like now, Ding Dong Ditch, though, like I said, they probably come out with some sort of loaded firearm. So much ugly and stress. Spread the love. Yes, spread the love. Movie night. Yes. Classic movies. I mean, you don't have to do, Gone with the Wind or The Sound of Music, but whatever the family likes. If it's Beetlejuice or if it's Forrest Gump or if it's Talladega Nights or Labyrinth or whatever, whatever the family digs together, do it together. Maybe that's what we need to do is press for legislation that families have to have at least 2 nights per week with absolutely no electronic social media interference. Hey, yeah, because I get run out of the ruts. Still do it every other night on a cot. Yes, you do. Fire snuggled up. Yes, movie night. Halloweeners. Halloweener. Yes. But anyway, the whole purpose here was just to prove to you guys that the government does interfere with what we're getting as far as our information. Mark Zuckerberg proved it, and Pavel Durov of Telegram proved that our governments are trying to catch up with all the nastiness that happens on the internet. We have Nerf wars. Mhm. Say what, sir? What happened? Yes, tinfoil hats. Exactly. I just gave y'all proof. Gave y'all proof that whatever we see out here, whether it's coming from mainstream media or agenda free TV, which isn't agenda free, by the way, FYI, or X or Facebook or Telegram or Reddit or wherever you're getting your information, there are there are things we can't say, and there are things that are being purposefully hidden from us to keep us in line. To keep us in line. I'm going to change this over real quick because I want to show you this again. Why do they need to keep us in line?
Well, why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
The person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it.
Boom. As a collective, dumb, panicky, dangerous animals. Yeah, I'm not going to keep you long. I just wanted to share those couple things with you. So I love you all. Thanks for coming in. I know it's kind of boring and it's not as exciting as talking about Bullhorn Betty or, talking about Stefan Stearns and Madeline Soto and all that kind of stuff. There's speculation with that. Oh, you don't get me started. There's a guy who travels the country showcasing ghost towns. We go to one a few times a month. Oh, cool. I like ghost towns. I do. I like ghosts. I love you all. So please, just, start small. Start with us in our heart, in our world, in our mind. Let's just be kinder, spread some love, spread some happiness, and really stop and think. And like I said, we as a society need to realize that things are not going to get better. There's not going to be a utopian thing that falls down out of the sky and everybody has peace on earth. It's just going to get worse. And the only way to change that is one person at a time. Rough day today. Strangely, my tinfoil hat cat is comforting. I love you, Twist. I love all y'all. So if you need help, if you're struggling, need to talk to somebody, need some resources, whatever, in my intro, in every one of my video descriptions, and in my about section are helplines. And just know that I love you and you're important. You're important to me and you're really super important to the world.